Hey, what is going on, crypto people? Excuse me. It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life and the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Happy Tuesday to each and every one of you. Despite the recent interview with SEC Chair Gensler, I hope you're still excited about the digital asset space. I hope you're still cool with being part of the United States regulatory system, regulatory facade. I hope you're cool with that. In any case, it's clear to most of us that, U.S. investor protection is just it's a guise, it's a sleight of hand, it's deception, because it is clearly from the SEC's remit, not the main focus. It is clearly not the main focus of the SEC. That is clear, but at least now we know. Right. So now the likes of the Blockchain Association and the digital asset space pact that we have, or look to grow, we know that's the answer. We know that it's not going to come from the SEC. Look, it's odd to say, but it seems as though he's very polished. But he is clearly not out for investor protection. He's clearly out for the capital markets of the United States and the US dollar. Clearly not about the digital asset space. Clearly. So, but at least now we know, right? Now we know. And I think it's important to know, right? I think it's important to know. You know what they say, know thy enemy. It's hugely important to know. And well, now we know. So good to see you guys. What's going on, Crypto Insomniac? It's great to see you. Jay Korn is in the building. What's going on, bro? What's up, Big John? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Zero clarity. What's going on, TJ Jackson? Yeah, it was I don't know if it was a travesty, but in any case, yeah, it's clear where he is, right? And so that's important. So that's what the SEC is going to be. This is clearly, for me, it felt like it's about territory. It's still the same old. It's territory between the regulators, between the United States regulator. And it looks like it's going to be like that way. It's going to be like that for a while. So, yeah, so it's always better to be to know that is exactly right, Tay Marquise. And so that's what we got out of that, I hope you guys had a chance to register for that event. Brad Dollinghouse will be speaking tomorrow as well, so it'd be great to hear from him. And I'm sure he'll cover some of the things there. But look, it's important to know. I don't think most people in the digital asset space was expecting anything from the chair Gensler. I really don't think so. I think maybe a few were holding out, hope that he might be a little different than Clayton, but it is clear that he is not. And I think he mentioned 75 cases that they're looking to bring. So it's very, very, very clear that they know in the ambiguity of the Howey test that they can continue to remain relevant. That's what they know. In that gray area, they can continue to remain relevant. And that is ultimately the bottom line. And so hopefully legislation will come across. I do find it very funny that he's asking for people to come in, register, work together, give us more authority. No, I don't think so. I often ask myself, I don't know if you guys do this as well, like, who asked for your protection? Who asked for your protection? I'm wondering. You ever think about that? So anyway, guys, listen, the market is doing what the market does, right? I guess a little bit of a pullback today. We'll go over the numbers. Some interesting articles that I came across today about the American Bankers Association encouraging partnership with crypto firms. I think that's interesting. It's good to hear from, I think it's Representative Toomey on cryptocurrency tax and infrastructure package. We'll go over that as well, for sure. For sure, we will go over that. Let me get rid of this here. Yeah, let's do that. And hopefully everything else will work. But before we go over the numbers, what's going on, Strength Gains? It's good to see you, bro. It's great to see you as well. OE312 is in the building. What's going on, bro? Yeah, so listen, the market is doing what the market does. We go over a little bit of that. We'll talk more about the this little interview with the SEC Chair Gensler. Again, I just think it's massively important to know, where we stand and what that's going to look like so that we can begin to prepare, right? You have to begin to prepare. So the SEC is never going to be on our side in the digital asset space. Clearly, this new innovation is a threat to the overall picture for the powers that be. Clearly, that's what it's about. And, us little people don't understand. Apparently, we don't understand the bigger picture, right? So, and the old guy, he talked about, I don't know if it was the old guy or Paul, talked about, trying to leading into the weaponization of the US dollar and ultimately nations that rely on this US dollar. And that's always going to be the case. The economics, the confessions of an economic hitman, that's the reality. That's the reality. And the US is not going to want to give that up. Yeah, so with crypto and the digital asset space giving other nations an opportunity to walk away from the US dollar and not be, no longer be held underneath the foot, with the foot on their throat. That's what the digital asset space represents. That's it. That foot on the throat thing, crypto is removing that. That is the bottom line. But before we get into that and some other things, let's hop on that bridge. I don't know if I would say Gary Gensler is Clayton 2.0, because clearly Clayton didn't know anything. At least Gary knows the difference between a trading platform and a lending platform in DeFi. The market is doing what the market does. If you want to win in the digital asset space, you're going to have to participate. You're going to have to reach out to your local representatives. You're going to have to stand up for decentralization. You stand up for DeFi. Promoting the traditional financial products that we're accustomed to. You might want to consider that. The strength in numbers and the more people that are participating in this new asset class, the better off we are. Gary Gensler is concerned about lending platforms. Why? Why? It's our money. Who asked for your protection? That's what I would ask. Who asked for your protection? Show me evidence of this protection that you claim to strive for. Crazy. Shout out to all the ladies of crypto. Shout out to all those participating in the DeFi network, in the DeFi, decentralized finance space. I should say, get prepared. This is your way. This is your chance to get your freedom that you want. Walk away from the traditional financial products. They're not on your side. Walk away from those mutual funds and the likes. They're not your friend. Life is good for sure. What's going on, GDLT? It's great to see you again. Happy Tuesday to each and every one of you. Despite the interview with Gary Gensler today, I hope you're excited about the digital asset space and your position in this new asset class. I hope you are excited about that. I hope you are. Gotta understand. So listen, we know where the dude stands. Now we're prepared. Now we can move forward, right? Now we know even more today than ever, we have to participate in and promote the success of decentralized platforms. Very, very obvious to me after that. Very, very obvious. They're not looking out for you and I. They're looking out for the markets, capital markets. They're not looking out for you and I. Not. Yep. That's exactly right. OE 312. That's why we have to promote, educate, inform people about the decentralized platforms where you can get in and out, right, without having to be beholden to the powers that be. It looks like they're trying to control the on and off ramps first off. Yep, absolutely. That's why he has been really stressing this, having authority over these exchanges. It's not about protecting, the fact that he noted, more than once that U.S. investors are participating via VPNs. What do you think that's about? What do you think that's about? Participating in other markets besides the U.S. market, right? Participating in other markets besides the U.S. market. Taking your dirty, nasty fiat and placing it and using it and trading in other places, right? Clearly, there's a threat on the private stablecoin money. Clearly, there's a threat there. Clearly. So, and again, this is our chance to win. Our chance. So for us in the Crypto Seasons home, we're going to take our time, our money, and our resources, time, money, energy, and resources into decentralized platforms as much as humanly possible, because that's where I have my freedom. That's where I have more choices. Rug pull or not, I got a chance to make the choice. Investor protection, sure. Show me the money. Show me this money. All this money that you're recouping, supposedly, where is it? Show me that money. Show me how you're making the U.S. retail investor whole. Show me the money. Show me how you're making the U.S., the United States retail investor whole. Show me how you're doing it. Show me how you're earning this money. Show me. Oh, Danny Lowe. Okay, bro. Yeah, I'll make sure I give you a call today, bro. That's right. I agree. IB Preston says, typical big government audacity. 3-letter organization is the trick government uses to circumvent our rights, so-called freedom. Yep. It was so very, 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 very clear, right? So very, very clear. And the challenge is, there might have been a few of us there, right? But the masses, where are the masses? Where are the masses? Head in the sand, right? That's really the challenge. That's really, really the challenge. That's why we got to smash that like button. We got to let more of the average Joe and the average Jane know what's really, really going on. I got to tell you, since they got involved in crypto, I definitely feel more aware. I definitely feel like I leveled up my knowledge of the bigger picture of what's really going on. How many of you guys feel like that as well? Since you entered into crypto and the digital asset space, right? Definitely have leveled up the game. you know. So you definitely got to understand what the bigger picture is. And again, they are relying on our lack of participation. They are relying on our lack of participation, guys. That, I hope you understand that. That is their truth. That's what they're relying on. They're relying on continuing to keep the head in the sand. Yeah, Daniel Off. I know a lot of people are looking into Puerto Rico as a safe take a lot of people are looking into Puerto Rico. Yep, for sure. Yeah, definitely. What's going on, TJ Jackson? It's great to see you, bro. Yeah, definitely do that. Let me share this out. Let the world know that the Crypto Siege and family is live for sure. Oh, what is going on there? Sub count is messing up again, I think. So again, try not to be too discouraged. What happened there? It's not showing up here. What's going on? Let's see what's going on. The live stream is not showing up. So don't be too discouraged. I think it's important to know thy enemy, if you will. I think that is important. That's why this case is huge with Ripple versus the SEC. It is huge in a lot of different ways. There it is. And we're going to really get a chance to see what's going to happen going forward. Is it going to be just one? Is it going to be just one with that quote unquote regulatory clarity? What's going to happen? Is it going to take Congress really? It's great to see that we do have some Congress people that are on our side, that are on the side of the digital asset space in this new asset class. That is really good to see. We got to support them. I think it's important that we support them and, make sure that we continue to get our voices heard. We're gonna have to level up. Have to really level up the PAC situation. I really do. And the lobby situation, we're gonna really have to level that up. Naptown XRP, I'm with you, see. So much more awake now thanks to this space. Absolutely. 100%. Uh-oh, hope this thing is not my stream's not messing up, but you're right, 100% about that, right? So do me a favor. Thanks, guys, for hitting the like button, hit the subscribe button. We got to let more of us know about this new asset class. It's called the digital asset space. That at the average Joe and the average Jane, this is their shot to win. We got to let them know by smashing that like button, getting the stream out to more and more people hanging out on YouTube, watching dog videos, and right, and watching Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle, right? Gotta let them know about this new thing. You gotta take care of that economic responsibility. Get that in order, right? For sure. And that, this is their chance to create generational wealth. So guys, do me a favor, hit that like button if you didn't get a chance. Do so yet. Listen, I know a lot of people are probably maybe, a little disappointed from hearing from Gensler. I'm hopefully not shocked or surprised by it, but that's kind of where he is. And ultimately, it's just, the digital asset space, we got to get it. It's a threat to the incumbents. It's a threat to old money. We got to understand that. Ripple, the company, has decided to say we have a better way, and they're tackling a huge segment of the finance, right? Cross-border payments. They're tackling it. The model that they have, look, it's a threat. It is a big time threat. And the shot that Ripple has is in the numbers, right? Because the banks are the banks, but there's a few banks that have deemed themselves too big to fail. In fact, the United States government has deemed them too big to fail. Ripple has the numbers on their side in terms of the banks, right? So the if it's 10,000 banks, 8 to 10 of them may be in that too big to fail. The other 9,990 have to pay to play, and they want a different way to do things. So Ripple has that on their side. So we'll see how they go. Hit that like button, like GDLT says. So we'll see how all this kind of pans out with this case. I just see it as, I don't know, but it feels as though this is clearly going the way of Ripple, the company. Whatever kind of clarity comes, whether it be from the legislation, in reference to digital securities or not, I think Ripple is well positioned via whether it be a settlement or summary judgment. Who all knows? I do know that who is it? What's his name? Jungle Inc. said in his video yesterday that just because they brought in a new attorney, just because the SEC brought in a new attorney, doesn't mean a settlement is not around the corner. I think he said he mentioned one case that within 24 hours of the SEC bringing in a new lawyer, a settlement was still had. I don't know which case that it was. I can't remember that. So doesn't mean that it's the thing has not happened. We'll learn more about whether Hinman was deposed or not. I don't know if we got the definitive word. Anybody hear anything? Did we get a definitive word on whether Hinman was actually deposed or not? I don't know if we got that. I don't think that we did. So it'll be very, very interesting to see. Shout out to Thinking Crypto and for doing his part yesterday in his video. I do know the word on the street from Mickey B. Fresh and Patty XRP. They took out that wording on that little infrastructure bill there and so now that the centralized exchanges and whether it be the miners as well, I believe, and another group taken out of that, that little sneaky thing they try to add in the infrastructure bill in reference to crypto. So again, it's going to be one of those things where we have to build up the pack. That we're going to have to build that up. Remember, the old financial system took our power away. This new financial system in the digital asset space gives us back the power. You just got to understand that. Right? That's the bigger picture. And that's why I sometimes get frustrated with people who promote these old financial products. Because at the top of those financial products is BlackRock's of the world. Right? You gotta get that. Don't think that your mutual fund or your Roth IRA or your 401k is coming from the people that you sign up online with. No, it's a few levels above them that ultimately run it, and those are tied to the powers that be. You got to get that. You got to get that. I just think that's important. What's going on, Manuel White? Good to see you. It is great to see you for sure. Yeah, and it's most likely. I mean, it's about a 70% shot right now with Ripple winning. I don't see how it's going to change in any bit. GDLT, I really don't. Just don't see how it's going to change. It just they're looking pretty good. They got a strong team for sure. Frogadelic Research Group is in the building. How are you, my friends? Great to see you. Manuel White, I appreciate you checking in. For sure. No information at all, Grogu. There you go. That is exactly right. So, yeah, so ultimately, we'll see what's going to go on here, right? I mean, ultimately, we really have to see what is going on. I mean, Ripple working with central banks is important to know, understand. And to what level or degree, we don't know. That is going to be the key, right? Ripple is here for a reason. It's obvious. It's definitely, to me, it's obvious that they're here for a reason. What is it ultimately going to be? I don't know. I do know this, right? That decentralized finance gives us a shot, right? It gives us a shot. We all know that the central bank digital currency is not for us. That's not our money. It's their money, right? That's just important to understand. It's not our money. It's their money. Can there be some good things that come from the central bank digital currency? Yes. But ultimately, if it's their money, it's their money. Right? That's the bottom line. And that's important to understand that. Very important to understand that. And so, the stable coins, he mentioned so much about the stable coins and what they're doing. Just thinking about that, what people are doing is turning their dirty, nasty fiat into stable coins, which is not their money. Right? Think about that. We're taking their money and we're saying, not so much. Turning it into Tether, turning it into USDC, turning it into GUSD and TUSD. Think about that. It's private money. It's not their money. They know it. And they also know that given the choice, more and more people are going to start to turn that dirty, nasty fiat into stable coins. They know it. And for him to point out these platforms that are giving 4 or 5 and 7%, you see how he was very aware of that? Why? Why? Because it's our money. It's our choice and us choosing our money. By the way, for those people who keep bringing up the El Salvador thing and Bitcoin who totally missed the message, just read up what Bank of America has to say about El Salvador's and the 4 great reasons for El Salvador using Bitcoin. Just think about that. Think about that. Just think about that. Blue Crew check-in. Yes, indeed. So think about that. That ultimately, the bigger picture is our choice. That's what Bitcoin brings. A monetary policy that allows for us to choose our money and not have it thrust down our throat. Don't forget that. You know what I mean? Can't forget that. Can't forget that. You got to understand that. That's right, Mao. It's about the economic slavery of the masses. Mao says it's all about economic slavery of the masses. You know what I mean? Indeed. Right? That's right. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by asset appreciation. Don't be fooled by that. Don't be fooled by that. It's not about Bitcoin. It's not about the digital asset Bitcoin. It is about the monetary policy that it brings. A choice of money. It's not just the scarcity, but it's the choice in the money. It's a monetary policy that comes along with it. The inability to continue to print more of. This is all part of the monetary policy. It's not about Bitcoin, the asset, and the technology. The technology is cool. It's cool. It's not the best technology. For me, it's about the monetary policy that comes along with it. That it awakened a bunch of people that said, that makes better sense. A fixed supply, not being able to, inflate it away. Me having a choice to choose this over some other monetary policy. That's what it's about. Ultimately, that is what it's about for sure. That is the ultimate, the ultimate deal, and so that is really, really, really the key, right? And so you got to understand the game for sure. And just understand that what you do by participating, it matters. It matters. You can't just lay down. Can't just lay down. Just can't just lay down, right? And for me, we've given the powers that be, whether it be the central banks or whether it be certain governments, we've given them a shot time and time and time and time again to get it right, and they just haven't. They just haven't gotten it right, and ultimately, it's because I believe they are not looking out for us; they are looking out for them. Looking out for them. They're looking to maintain and hold their power over the people, ultimately. So digital asset space represents an opportunity for us to take that back, and they understand, and they know that. And they know that. And so there are great investors who do the very, what they do is they hedge, right? They hedge. You and I hedge, right? I hope that you hedge, right? I hope you understand that there's a hedge in the digital asset space, right? There's asset appreciation, and then there's cash flow as a hedge. There's central bank digital currency, and there's the stable coin as a hedge, right? Can't be all in on one. That can be a challenge. If you're all in on asset appreciation and or a asset, that's a challenge. If you're all in on cash flow and not asset appreciation, well, that's a challenge as well, right? So you got to hedge. Certainly, that's what we do in the Crypto Sieges home. Got to hedge. Because if the powers that be have chosen a winner, got to recognize that. Got to recognize that. Have they chosen a winner? And if so, do you hold some of that? Do you hold some of that? That's called a hedge, right? DeFi, right? DeFi is, for me, that chance to win. But I hold digital assets that I believe are the chosen ones. Right? That I believe are the chosen ones. Right? But it doesn't mean that I still don't own Aave or Compound or Maker or DAI or private stable coins, even though those aren't the chosen ones, in my opinion. Those aren't the chosen ones. Right? But what they offer is an opportunity for us to choose, for us to participate. I'm good with KYC and AML. I'm not trying to run, but I want choices. I want more choices for me and my family. Hope you do as well. For sure. So, as much as, for me, as much as, the chosen one or XRP, if you will, is big, massive part of the portfolio. I'm participating in DeFi because I know it offers the greatest amount of choices, and that's important. That's important. It's not about the dollars in the bank necessarily. It's not just about the dollars in the bank. It's always about the choices. It's always about the choices. What's going on in the Crypto Cave, man? It's great to see you. Really, really great to see you guys. So, yeah, listen, guys, I gotta run out. I wanted to hop on here and share my thoughts on Gary Gensler. I should have put that in the title on that interview. Be sure to check out Brad Garlinghouse tomorrow. Keep your head up for sure. Continue in the fight. Consider consider looking into the DeFi space. Hopefully, you know, a lot of you have chosen to participate with WanSwap.finance in anticipation of Flare Network and Flare Finance. That can be a major, I mean, it's a shot right there for generational wealth, in my humble opinion. My humble opinion. Humble opinion. What's going on, Trevor LeConte? Great to see you. So I hope you guys consider that. So guys, listen, I'm going to end this stream. Thank you so much for hanging out today. I'm going to end this stream like I do all of my streams and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather that we remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. Our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating, or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya.